Salute. Good afternoon, good evening, family. This is your beloved brother, Minister Melvin. After I am your brother, I'm not your dog. Beloved brothers and sisters, I'm not going to be long. I wish for you to grab a pen and a piece of paper, or if you want to do that, take mental notes of what it is that I work to bring you from my heart. It don't hurt nothing to hit the like button, whether you're a part of my ministry or not. All I'm teaching is black independence and black upliftment, and to help us uncover why we're in the middle of all of this mess, and to get at the genesis, the very genesis of everything that's going on with us. We must open the pineal gland and begin to learn all that we can about why we're where we are in this condition. And I'm going to tell you something. There's a couple things that we're going to find out. There's truthfully a lot of things that we're going to find out as we cover this young DOLPH case. We're moving and keeping everything in the realm of all that's going on with us in our community. And we're going to unravel everything that's hindering us with the help of Almighty God. I'm just your brother. I come in peace. Is that all right with y'all? It don't hurt to hit the like button, to even subscribe. To tell me if I can get my subscriptions up to at least 300-400, they may continue to let me reach my people. I don't know how true that is, because everything that come out of the white man's mouth has a little tinge of truth to it and a whole lot of diarrhea with no fertilizer to grow nothing. So whether y'all understand that I look like many of y'all, or from time to time many of you Oreo cookies come over here and you working for them alphabet boys. And in the event, hey baby girl, hey, what's your brother? Cut the camera on. What? Who did? Excuse me, family. All right, you then. All right, cut the cameras on. All right. Okay, I can see y'all. Yeah, y'all. Okay, beloved family, we're going to be going ahead and getting deep on off into it. Family, it's imperative that I come before you, and I come before you with nothing but the truth, because the truth don't need no help. Beloved family, as we begin to get deep on off into it, you know, we all pray to be guided, not hided. We all pray to be guided along the straight path, not hiding. Guided to the straight path, straight up and down, beloved brothers and sisters, straight up and down. Straight up and down, just like our queen, just like our sisters love us. Straight up and down, not sideways, not sideways. Not sideways, with your pants hanging down below your butt. Not sideways, like you're trying to give up some booty. Don't nobody want your booty. We want woman booty. We want women. We love women. Nothing against that community, but we love women. Brothers, can you pull your pants up? and the sun's all out there, and you sweating. Y'all know who's really looking at y'all? Yep, because he's that away. That's why he got kicked out of Sodom and Gomorrah. That's why we locked him away in the caves. Because of all this lawlessness and lawlessness. Sodom and Gomorrah-ness. That's what they were preaching. They told Lot, no, we don't want your daughters. We want the men you got in there. We want their booty. And so they subconsciously taught our brothers to wear their pants hanging down. And the sisters so silly, they right there with them. They supposed to be the ones. The sisters got more respect with their pants up, even if they is tight. We rather look at that. That sister flamboyantly showing than you with your pants down. The truth don't need no help unless you black. And going up against the truth and speaking truth to power. It's the honest to God truth. There's more rights for gays, lesbians, and everybody else. People that want to run up in black schools and black churches and kill everything that ain't white. They run up in there and kill everything that ain't white. So while all y'all Puerto Ricans and Arabs and all of these and all that, and Mexican all this, y'all think y'all safe? Y'all kind of are. Because they look at y'all as white anyway. You know? Before they let us get anything or reclaim anything that's from the indigenous people, that's us. The Indians ain't no more indigenous to a damn thing if it ain't included with us. It's just not gonna happen. I take this big hand I got. There's 5 reasons why we ought to praise Almighty God Allah, or whatever you call him. Those are the minimum reasons. And we really have 6 of them. But most of us don't use hardly none of them. You got 5 senses. Dummy! All of y'all out here setting up our beloved brothers and sisters that shot my brother up in a damn cookie shop. We're going to get past that. Yeah, she's out there. Hold on. We're going to get past that. You dig what I'm saying? Eventually, as we see where the justice goes from this. But anybody that teaches you independence is good for you. It's like this right here. Nobody's really paying attention, beloved brothers and sisters. Cleanliness is right next door to God and common sense. You have to have a clean heart, a clean mind. If cleanliness was not next to godliness, why you got 2 kidneys? Why? Why do we have 2 kidneys? You're going to spend more money on gas in a month on your car than you spend in a year. At the end, whatever name y'all call him, the first thing God's going to do on that day, it's right here in the text. I'll show you what he's going to do. The first thing he's going to do is ask you, right here, are those 2 alike? Are those 2 alike, beloved brothers and sisters? I'm asking y'all the questions. Are those 2 alike? I'm talking to my Christian family. You don't have to like me. Listen to the message. Please subscribe. Are those 2 alike? I'm talking to the black women. One whom we have made a goodly promise, and who is good and who is going to reach its fulfillment, and to one we have given the good things of this life, but who on the day of judgment is to be among those brought up for punishment. Understand this. That day, Allah or God or whatever you call him will call to them and say, my beloved Christian family, y'all are finally here. How long have y'all been tarrying through this land that y'all call the vast earth? He's going to ask you, where are my partners? and she look at you and you black. He look at himself. God is looking down at us, and it's burning him up inside. It is killing him inside. But he can't die, because he is self-created. But it is killing him, beloved brothers and sisters. Every time he looked down at us, and reports go from us, from our guardian angels. We all have two. Just like the parents in the old days, in the community, in the neighborhood. We used to look out for each other in the community. We used to have a lot. If my kids went somewhere and I wasn't around, someone would look up, somebody else would be the father, somebody else would be the mother. We're losing all of that. And when God got to look down and see people, us, going through the tyranny, the brainwashing, and everything that they have done to us, beloved brothers and sisters, it pains him. Because we are exact replicas of him. And he's picturing himself down here being lynched, called nigger, women being raped, kids being raped. He's looking at all this happening to his family, the black melaninated family. And he feels it all. He sees all the pain. The only reason why he hasn't killed America yet is because we were count down here. So while y'all running over to them white women, that's fine, long as you genuinely in love. But don't go over there thinking, and don't come over here thinking you doing something to get back at your race. And don't go running away from your sisters because she ain't gonna put up with no diarrhea running from your ass. Clean it up. We don't care what color it is when you get with somebody you love. Long as when you get with them, they ain't calling you nigger when they get mad. And calling Billy Bob with a badge, who's their cousin, by the way. And they got uncles on the bench. And grandfathers, papaws on the bench. So they don't like y'all anyway. And y'all polluting their family. This is how these sick this is how they look at this. They don't look at it for how we look at it. These are God's children. They're not looking at it like that. They're looking at it like we're polluting their race. And they pollute our race. This is how people think. But generally, Chinese marry Chinese, Asians and Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, and everybody. Jews, fake Jews, the Jewish imposters over these record labels. They don't give a damn about Jay-Z being a billionaire. Or Sean Combs. Because they making zillions off of them as soon as they die. And since they allowed them to make them billions, they making zillions. And while we sit around and continue to send their kids to college, what are we doing for our babies? What are we doing for our babies? We have to love our babies too. Ain't no more just caring about their people. We love our kids too. And we will die for them. And we'll kill anything that tries to hinder us from Almighty God's path. We teach the truth over here. Understand, beloved, that I love y'all. I'm not going to be long. Give just measure and cause no loss to others by fraud. And watch with scales, true and upright. And withhold not things just due to man, nor do evil in the land, working mischief. And fear him who created you, just due to man. and fear him who created you and who created the generations before you. We go to, let's get to it. Poverty remains one of the most treacherous barriers to development of strong black families. It could easily qualify as the sixth dynamic of black families' dysfunctions. Critics who counter that other ethnic groups were subjected to forms of slavery and tyranny and still managed to get by with ease. For those of you that say everybody else was slaves and they made it through just fine, they pulled themselves up by their bootstraps. Only y'all black Negroes can't seem to do that. The black woman don't want y'all. She want a white man. To people that think like that, I shoot a middle finger your way. If I was living the way I used to. But since I'm cleaned up and Minister Farrakhan cleaned me up, I'm going to retract that. And I'm going to just say this here. Everybody else may have had some form of slavery, but everybody else didn't have their fathers raped in a booty hole by the white slave master, and the babies and the wife was made to watch. And they didn't pick up the pregnant wife when they was mad at her because her vagina wasn't no good to them no more. And when she was pregnant, to teach her a lesson, they took a pinto horse, and they took another horse, a Mustang, and they turned the ass of each horse in the opposite direction, and they duct taped and tied with rope the left leg and the right leg against the woman. They called her a heifer bitch, and they tapped both horses on their ass. And the baby, to see what she was carrying, fell down to the ground. And they grabbed the little baby, they cut the umbilical cord, shot her in the head, chopped her head off, hung her upside down by her ankles up in the tree, and took the baby over to the campfire, stomped all over it, fed it to the crocodiles. Came back and gave y'all Jesus and told y'all, now, this is, along with Constantine, go read your Bible. They took a lot of it out, along with Constantine, and along with the Pope and King James. And they said, this is how we're going to control these nickels. With the cross. And they've been crossing y'all ass out ever since. Turn that cross counterclockwise. And you'll find Malcolm. In my conclusion, a child does not instruct. A child one does not instruct on return. One instructs him when going. Sticks in a bundle are unbreakable. When the moon is not full, the stars shine more brightly. If an arrow has not entered deeply, then its removal is not hard. The arrow that they put in us runs real deep, and it's genetic. And we suffer all of these because of slavery and because of us being turned upside down. Everybody else didn't have their God taken away from them. Everybody else didn't have their language taken away from them. Everybody else didn't have everything about them snatched away. Everybody else didn't have that, beloved. We all over this young DOLPH case and every other case where it involves our people. I greet and I leave each and every one of you with the greeting words of peace, taught to us here at the House under God in Heaven, where we are supreme and divinely devoted followers and students of the most honorable minister, Louis Farrakhan, and the exalted Christ. Assalamu alaikum.